Today, I'm going to share with you how to get the most optimized, refreshing sleep that you can get every night. This is really critical for optimizing your overall wellness and enhancing your anti-aging process. Getting your best sleep consistently is essential for you optimizing your overall hormone balance and your rejuvenation process of every cell and gland. And it will help you overall. These 5 tips are going to help you get to sleep better. They will help you sleep longer in a more fulfilled way and help you maximize REM sleep so you wake up totally refreshed and not tired. So these 5 tips are super easy, and I'm going to share with you these today. Number 1 is to limit alcohol and caffeine consumption. And this is really important. I know a lot of you consume coffee, keto coffee, and even hopefully are adding our Organixx collagen to your coffee. You want to make sure you consume that 13 to 14 hours before you go to bed. So make sure you're limiting your caffeine consumption. This will greatly decrease the enhancement of your central nervous system, that invigoration that we sometimes get that caffeine hit. And caffeine and even alcohol can skew our circadian rhythm. So that's one of the best ways to really optimize your sleep. Number 2 is to make sure you power down 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, meaning power down on consuming things on your phone or your laptop or TVs at home, limiting blue light. And that also means limiting the natural daylight coming from a lot of our LED lights in our home, sometimes changing out the lights so that you're not so much exposed to natural light that's artificial. And I always recommend wearing blue light blocking glasses. Those are so good to help power down your body's natural rhythm to get to sleep. Now, number 3 has a lot to do with your circadian rhythm support. And this is all about the body's sleep clock. We want to ideally be reaching a peak point of awakeness when we wake up in the morning, and then we're slowly dipping to where we're at our lowest point where we are ready to go to sleep. I actually evaluate certain levels in your saliva and your blood serum on a daily basis that can tell us where there are some imbalances. What I have found is that when we can level out some of these hormones and other micronutrients, we can actually achieve the best circadian rhythm. So I'm going to share with you a few ways to do that. Here at Organixx, we have magnesium, and this is one of the most powerful ways to help support your body's natural circadian rhythm by helping your body extract excess fluids throughout the day. So consuming magnesium in the morning and right around dinner time will help minimize the need to wake up and urinate at night, which is a very common reason why a lot of people wake up at night. Magnesium also helps to calm our central nervous system, which helps to correct our circadian rhythm and ultimately support that natural sleep cycle. Another compound that is highly beneficial is adding melatonin about 1 to 2 hours before your desired bedtime. Melatonin is the circadian rhythm cycle hormone. It's what sets our natural day clock. And if you're being exposed to blue light therapy or blue light, or maybe you're a shift worker or are awake because you have an infant, melatonin is going to help offset some of those environmental factors that might be working against us for optimal sleep. Now, another really important thing to address is to lower your stress levels. Enhancing your central nervous system calming is going to be one of the best ways to get the right circadian rhythm. And there are a few herbs that I recommend. I love to add herbs like this, Tulsi, that might also have some passion flower, some valerian and kava. You can grab sleepy time teas that are beneficial. You can add CBD. And another thing that's highly beneficial is adding the 7M Plus. 7M Plus, these are mushroom blends of adaptogenic herbs that directly support lowering and balancing our stress response mechanism, which ultimately calms your central nervous system. Those are really good ways to, again, lower stress so that we have a better balanced circadian rhythm. Now, the fourth tip is creating the most comfortable sleeping environment. Environment is everything when it comes to optimizing your sleep. And even though we might not think about it, having the best mattress, sheets that are comfortable, jammies that are breathable, having the right cooling temperature, clean air, and even aromatherapy can be beneficial for optimizing your sleep. I'm going to share with you a trio of aromatherapy blends that are some of the best aromatherapy blends for sleep enhancement. Chamomile plus lavender plus valerian aromatherapy oils are great for enhancing that natural sleep effect. So you can diffuse that trio in a diffuser as you're getting ready to sleep, and then that can continue to diffuse while you're in sleep. So that will help support that calming effect that we're looking for, that is going to optimize your sleep and help you get REM sleep. When we are refreshed when we wake up, it's because we get the most REM sleep at night, thorough, deep, rejuvenative sleep. Last and final is to make sure you hydrate during the day and in the right way. I find that even myself, sometimes I'll get to dinner time and think, oh gosh, I didn't really hydrate well today. And then I'll try and kind of max my hydration. And ultimately, that ends up plaguing some of our core elimination organs. And we might end up having bladder or liver imbalances from excess of fluids that are too close to bedtime. So ensuring, and so, honestly, one of my best things is to plot it on my phone as reminders or write it in your planner, just to make sure you're hydrating appropriately through the day. Getting up to urinate or peeing at night is the number one reason why most people end up getting up at night. It's the most common complaint I hear with my patients, men and women alike. So make sure you're getting hydration appropriately throughout the day. And if you are taking any diuretics or any medication that might cause frequent urination, make sure you take that in the morning or around lunchtime. Make sure you're not taking it before bedtime, as guess what? It's going to wake you up to empty your bladder. And that's also where magnesium comes into play. If you have a need where you're taking magnesium maybe 2 or 3 times a day therapeutically for excess fluid or edema, or you're just really trying to enhance the kind of flush of the bowels, what I recommend is to make sure you take your magnesium at minimum 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. That allows the body enough time to process any fluid flushing that will allow your bladder and your liver and your whole body to get restful sleep. So these are 5 tips that will really ensure you're waking up refreshed and getting the most optimized sleep at night.